does alt text in images still matter? And they say, given all the recent changes in the last year, we've given up on keeping up with the alt text for every image. Is it still a relevant factor for keyword ranking?
Okay, so I'm going to say 100% it matters. All right. And it's so funny this question comes up too, because I just had a situation with a client where we've done all the SEO for the website. We have a good title tag, we have good headings, we've got good content, we're using structured data, all that kind of good stuff on the site. And when we typed in the name of the company, it was coming up, the name of the company is Tropic Moving, and it was coming up with Tropic Moving. It's the title tag. So we put in the name of the company in Google, Tropic Moving, and it was coming up with Tropic Moving, as capital T, capital M, company logo, lowercase c, lowercase l. I'm like, that's freaking weird. Why would it be saying company logo? Now, to be fair, Google has said all the time that, you know, they can change the title tag at their discretion based on if they feel it's going to be better, more useful for the user to give a title that they have, or if you have keyword stuff, or people looking for the brand and you don't have the brand name in it, that will change it for lots of different reasons. But when I went into the source code and go, why am I getting this, right? What is this about? When I get into the source code of that page, the only place where the words Tropic Moving Company logo show up is where you might expect it, in the alt text of the image. That's the logo. Logo's there twice in the header and the footer. Same logo, so it's got the same alt text. And that was the one that was showing up. For the life of me, I had a few other people look at it. I've even looked it up, like try to do a search on Google, see if anybody else has a situation. Other people have the same situation. And the response is, like the accepted response from Google rep is, well, make sure you have a good title tag and make sure you have good content and make sure you have this. I'm like, yeah, I got all that. We're good there. And yet it's still showing the alt text. So and what we did was, just to fix it, we changed the logo's alt text to be Tropic Moving, Melbourne Mover, something like that. I forget what we moved it to. But we had it re-indexed, and sure enough, it's still taking the alt text. So you never know when the alt text is going to come into play. That's why I bring the story up. It just so happened to happen yesterday. But here's the other thing. Alt text is part of your ADA compliance. So if you want to be ADA compliant and not have any shot, or one of the biggest issues with ADA compliance is a lack of alt text on images. Alt text are not there. It was not designed for you to put keywords in. Alt text is there to be used by visually impaired, people who cannot see the image. The alt text is supposed to describe what the image is, so that folks that cannot see the image and are using some kind of a screen reader or something are read what the image is about. Now, I often suggest, if you have a alt text, if you have an image and you're describing it, if you can work a keyword into it, great. So if I have I always use an example of a picture of a boy playing with a dog, right? And you could start out with, just alt text equals boy playing with dog. That works. That tells you what it is. But if you want to get more detailed, you could say, boy throwing red frisbee to his black Doberman in the park, right? You could do that. Or if this is going on a dog trainer website here in Tampa, you might say Tampa dog trainer shows boy how to play frisbee with his black, so you can add the keyword in there, but you're still describing the image. And the fact of the matter is, alt text is an Americans with Disability Act requirement for compliance on a website. So yeah, you need to have alt text regardless of whether it's really well thought out. You don't want to stuff keywords in. Don't get me wrong. You're not going to put, like, if you're a dog trainer, you're going to go Tampa dog trainer in Tampa, Tampa dog training classes. Like, you don't do that. But describe the image as if you were just trying to describe it to somebody over the phone or to somebody that couldn't see it. And if you can work a keyword in, naturally do it. It shouldn't be like 10 paragraphs, a sentence, a single description about what you're looking at if somebody couldn't see it. And so, yes, alt text is still important. Alt text is also still the way that Google can understand what the image is about and can help them in getting it found in Google image search. Alt text can also, when you have good alt text that matches maybe what the image says it is, like, so if you have a picture that's boy dash playing dash with dash dog dot JPEG, that's going to be a lot better in helping Google understand what the image is about, along with an alt text, than just like, DSC000123.jpg, right? So it's all of those things combined to help with this. But yes, 100% alt text still important, still necessary, and it's not just about getting found or it's about or getting ranked. It's about ADA compliance, and people are getting sued left and right for not being ADA compliant. So all good reasons to use alt text.
I read a post from an exasperated designer, I don't know, sometime in the last week, and he was saying that he's got an old school boss who continues to go into the website and pumps the alt tags on all the images filled with keywords. And he keeps trying to tell him that's not how it works anymore, man. You got to stop. He's like, oh no, I've been doing this for years. I know what I'm doing. And he says he keeps opening up pages and he's gone behind him and stuffed keywords all over the place.
Yeah, it's not the place for it, And again, I have a lot of folks that have worked with or have worked with other companies doing SEO for a long time, and it's breaking those old habits. That's hard to do. Like, oh, I've been doing this forever. Yeah, but that doesn't work anymore. It's like Google. I think they said they do 3,000 plus changes a year. I mean, that's a lot. I think it was averaging like 30 a day or something like that, or whatever it was. Ridiculous. But the idea is that, they make a million changes all the time, and you can't keep doing the same thing. If you're not staying up to date on the latest trends and latest things, doing what you did 5 years ago could get you penalized. Like seriously, if you go do things from 10 years, you build links by sending out, 10,000 links with keyword phrase. No, you're going to get crushed, man. You're going to get crushed. Like things that used to be the magic pill, the magic bullet, whatever you want to call it, 10 years ago, will kill you now. Like, you know what I mean? Like it will kill you. So yeah, it's just getting people to the point where Google's a much different animal now than it was 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And things change so quick. And if you're doing the old school stuff, you're likely setting yourself up for some hurt, from the search.
So if your SEO pill bottle has an expiration date of 2009, 2009, don't take the pill.
Absolutely. Hey, let me show you guys a little trick. Okay, if you don't know it, right? So let's say I want to put here is alt text still a thing, right? Here we go. Is a thing. Okay, great. Now you're going to get some stuff up here. Of course, we're going to get the little AI overview here. Yes, alt text still important. There you go, right? For accessibility to SEO. Fine. Maybe you don't believe it, but you don't know. You start reading some content. But here's the thing, especially when it's SEO stuff, you want to look at the newest stuff. You don't want to be looking at things maybe a year or more old. And what you could do is if you use the tools button here, which a lot of people don't even know is there, and then you come down to any time, you can pick past month, past year, or even go maybe if you go past month, you see anything new, and you go, what is an alt text? What is an alt text? Should you include race in an alt text? I mean, all sorts of things here. But if you want to get more kind of a bit further out, just kind of come back in here. I'll do a custom range. Typically, I'll just come back, let's say beginning of June, I'll go like January 1, and then I'll come out to the end of the year. Say, okay, well, show me like the last 6 months of data that might be out there, and go, okay, here we go. And look, ADA alt text best practices. There we go, right? Is adding also a best practice even for content-rich stuff. Image alt, what is it, how to write it, and why? So yeah, it's still there, but notice you're now, and this goes back to the previous thing that we asked about, right? How I mentioned, here's one that says images alternative alt text updated 2024. If we go back to that page, I wonder if it has an original date on it. It just says updated 2024, but this has probably been around for a little while, right? And somebody went back in and updated it at some point, freshened it up, replaced it out there. I don't know if it tells me when it was first. It doesn't have a first printed date, but again, putting something like that can help with making it fresh again. Okay, so yeah, just a little trick of the trade there as well. Okay,
and you'll notice if you scroll up there that
Reddit's right at the top.
It's a prominent place right there
at the top. Absolutely. So yeah. Anyway, and again, be careful of who you're listening to in Reddit. Just because someone says yes doesn't mean they have the required knowledge base or under. Because if it's the guy that's following the other guy you mentioned doing, and he sees that. So, yeah, you have to have to stuff a bunch of keywords in there too. Yeah, you're getting bad advice. So always, be careful if you're getting advice. Make sure that the advice not only is sound, but that it's backed up by others that are industry professionals. Look in the industry, start to learn those resources within your industry. With SEO industry, lots of resources. If you're in, if you're in roofing, you can go to other resources from manufacturers pages, certification pages, people where you get, certified to become a roofer. OSHA has stuff, out there for safety and whatnot. Go find these places that are industry related, that have trustworthy information, because you're getting an industry magazine, and you get, you spend money on being a partner in some industry related business. Go there, make sure you're getting good information from quality sources before you start undertaking something. Or you could get smacked, by Google, because you did something someone recommended but really shouldn't have been doing. So be careful. Always be careful and check your sources. And that's true of AI, of course, too.